My name's Nia Griffith and I'm the Welsh Seafood Cluster Manager for North Wales for Metsera Business. We're here today with 4 leading Welsh chefs to prepare the very best of Welsh seafood, to give a masterclass on how to prepare and give you some ideas as well for recipes. The chefs will be using Welsh lobster, Welsh brown crab, Welsh mussels, Welsh scallops, Welsh oysters and Welsh sea bass. And we're very much looking forward to seeing what they get to do and be creative with each Welsh produce.
My name's Tom Westerland. I work at Crockers in Henley on Thames and I'm the head chef of Ember. I'm going to be cooking 2 fantastic dishes today using some seafood from the Welsh seafood cluster. I'm going to be using some mussels, some fantastic scallops and some fantastic oysters as well. So the oysters we're going to be cooking over some coals on a barbecue, serving them with some barbecued samphire and sea buckthorn, and then the scallops will be finishing with the mussels on the barbecue, along with some sea buckthorn, chicken fat butter, sea purslane and crispy pigskin. Menai oysters, some Pembrokeshire scallops, absolutely fantastic. I started by shucking the oysters, just put my hand in a cloth on the top of the shell and then using a shucking knife just gently easing it in, and then as soon as I felt as though I was inside the shell, just gave it a slight twist just to pop the mussel open. Just pop the shell open and then run the knife down just to release the mussels so that the top comes off the oyster. I then flip the oyster over and then set it aside ready to barbecue. So we have an amazing Rabata Conroe grill here, which has got some bichitan and some lumpwood charcoal on there, which has been heated up so it's really glowing white. And I've just placed the oysters straight on top, no seasoning as they got plenty of salt on them from the water. And we're just going to cook them for about 1.5 minutes just so they start bubbling away, just to lightly poach them. Next we're going to take some beautiful samphire and we're just going to place it in a little colander basket and pop it straight on the coals with a little bit of rapeseed oil. You're going to see it's going to catch fire, that's going to add some fantastic smoky flavours to it, and using some tongs we're just going to move it around really quickly just to saute it. Same idea as if it was in a pan, but we're transferring it to a barbecue. So as soon as it's really nice and soft you can remove it and put it aside ready to plate. So alongside these Welsh scallops we've got some fantastic Welsh mussels. We're going to be cooking them really simply. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move them across into a little colander, just checking to make sure they're alive. So we're going to give them a little tap, have a look to make sure the shell's closed. If it's open we're going to discard them because you aren't going to want to eat them. And then we're just going to remove any little beards that we see hanging out of them. And then we're going to place them on for 4.5 to 5 minutes just until they steam open. Any of the mussels that don't open, don't consume because they won't be cooked or they might not be safe to eat. As soon as they're all open and ready, we're going to pop them across ready to plate. So we're going to move across to plating now. This is a fantastic one for Valentine's. It's a fantastic aphrodisiac oysters. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the shells with the oysters in straight on top of some seaweed and some pebbles. Makes it look nice and seascapey. We're going to put the samphire straight on top and then we're going to finish it with a little bit of buckthorn jam. Sea buckthorn is a really fantastic plant that we have here in the UK. It grows down on the coast. You can use the leaves as a sea vegetable, but you can also use the berries. They have some really nice orangey passion fruit notes. Fantastic in desserts, but amazing with shellfish. So all these recipes are available online and on Twitter for the Welsh Seafood Cluster. We'd love to see you have a go and to see what you can come up with, see if they're any better than mine.